Alrighty, I've had a recent run in Blitz where I've been getting mad and annoyed at life in general. And when I get mad and I get pissed, I get out my pen and I write a list of all you assholes that won't be missed. I'm going to drive the SU-152. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to drive it with the dirt gun and I'm going to get out there and I'm just going to be mean and nasty. I'm going to look for nice little squishy tanks like Borsigs, like CDCs, like Bulldogs, like RU-251s, and I'm just going to slog them with HE. Just because I'm a mean and nasty, bitter person who's just on one. So here I go. So in terms of the SU-152, the things to be considered are one, it is not a precision implement of justice. It really is not. You're gonna either roll high or you're going to do nothing, and there is a massively high ceiling in this tank, but the floor is in the basement. So I'll be honest, if you're going to drive it, you're going to have a bit of luck. You're going to have to have some judgment as well, but you kind of, even with V-stab and decent gun lane drive, you're still throwing shells out there and just hoping for the best, and that's the hysterical thing about driving it. So what have we got? Another SU-152. Roll of 384 into him. To be honest, that's a little bit disappointing, but what wasn't was that is the closest thing to a snapshot that you will see in this tank. Do not snapshot in this tank. VK? Nice armor profile. Yeah. Nope. Try again. Do you see where the shell went? No, did I? It went up into the sky and hit someone probably playing Faust. Let's try again. Looks impervious? No, it's not. 586. The hand of justice deals it on out, and we keep on moving. And this is, one way to play a tank. And look, I've actually put 2 games on, I think, and believe me, both games are not going to be like this, but I'm just showing different ways to play the tank. Side for CDC? Yep, thank you very much. 885. Lovely. We're going to move on. Well, this is one way to play it, right? You can play it sensibly from the back. You can use hard cover. You can cover your reloads, and if you really must trade, you're going to either hand out a truckload of damage or nothing at all, but what the hell. So wait for the team to push up, and I'm going to get some more free shots. Let's have another look at the VK. Yep, thank you. The final insult to the wannabe mouse. Good night, my son. And what are we left with? Oh, a squishy Borsig. Can we? Yes, we can. There we go. So, modest game for this tank. Look, you're going to be doing 2k plus damage, or you're going to be getting a potato. There isn't much in it. You can see with the team there, they pushed, they gave me shots, and I was just able to sit there and farm the enemy at my leisure. Very amusing, the amount of shots I got into that VK. It's a rock hard tank. Anyway, Shepherd, you say that was boring. That game was boring. Like, all you did was just camp and farm damage, and that is true. I did that game just to demonstrate one way to play the tank. Now, the other way you can play a tank is what I'm about to do here at Faust, and I'm going to break the game into 2 sections. The first section of the game I'm going to do exactly what I did before, which is basically to sit and just do a bit of farming. But when I see that the team's in trouble, and it will really get in trouble in this game, I don't sit there at the back like some sort of camping noob. I get fully involved. And you can also see from this game what a absolute riot shield this tank can be when you put it out there and you really push it proper hard. So I'm going to push up here, I'm going to go camp bush, and what do I see? A squishy bulldog. Not anymore. He's literally just been vaporized by the derp of Stalin. And I'm looking at this going, not looking favourable. I can see the stubborn Emil, and that is a very tempting target for an SU-152, believe me, but he's not available. So I'm going to push up here, and lo and behold, I find the other Bulldog. Yep, safe and secure. That shot was well and truly secured. I wonder what else is on offer. So I YOLO along, and I'm looking, and I'm like, yeah, I could go down there, but I don't want to get circular deft. I think the team are not holding well, and then lo and behold, an AMX. Yep. SU-152s love Russian French tanks. They adore them. And what have we got? Oh, look. What could be better? A squidgy Japanese tank. Hello, squidgy Japanese tank. How are you today? I'm just going to pop over the top of this ridge and unload a nice dirty roll of 528 straight into the side of him. He shoots me back for 224. That's a lovely trade. I'll take that every day of the week. He seems not to want to move, so learning by repetition. Bang. 335. Only disappointed that I didn't get a higher roll because I didn't have enough hit points. Now we see a T28. A T28 is not good for an SU-152 in the slightest. We won't be going through the front of that in a million years. We'll be splashing him for either 0 or about 15 damage. So I'm going to go help the T25 with this Tiger, because the Tiger is a nice squishy target. And we come along, and the Tiger, God bless him, pulls out in front of us. Stalin says 442 for you. And now we're going to drop on down, we're going to face hug him and finish him off. Mint. How much fun. 5 kills, 2.5k. There you go. That's the other way you can play the tank. It can be a total YOLO wagon in the right circumstances. And for all of that, that was not actually the highest damage game I played in it by any means whatsoever today, but it was kind of sweet and kind of the nicest. So finally, for the interests of completeness, I will show you the highest damage game I got today in this tank, and spoiler alert, this will be a loss, which I was quite what's the right word? I guess I wasn't upset, I was just kind of like raging at life in the way that I kind of rage at Blitz at the moment, because this is quite typical of quite a few games I've been playing of late, whereby I put down a pretty huge number and basically do the best that I can, and then I look at the team sheet at the end and I've got like guys driving tier 7, tier 8 tanks, and they're scoring like potatoes. Anyway, PZ, Stalin says yes. Low roll actually, 384 into him, but fair enough. I'm going to move back. And this is actually a good spot if you're driving a TD on this map, as long as you move backwards and forwards. He wants more. Stalin says no. But yeah, you've got a decent bit of hard cover in a bush here, so you can cover these guys up, and you can keep them pinned through fear of the hand of death that is just sat there in a bush waiting for them. But for all of that, the team decide to push, and I really don't understand why. Look at the KV pushing up there. He's just going to do damage for distance. He's going to get wrecked. And there was no need for it. There's no need for those guys. What? Why? Just, oh, Jesus, man. Seriously. Helsing? Yeah. Good night. And I was sat there because eventually that someone will try that move. They will try that flanking move, because God knows I've tried it before and got whacked for it. So the Helsing got what he deserved. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to put one in the VK. Again, that's not a great roll, but it's giving him something to think about. Again, nice bounce into the gun mantlet. Tank will bounce very occasionally in the gun mantlet. But, you know, anyone who wants to sit there and trade with me is pretty dumb, to be quite honest. So every shot I'm taking, assuming that I'm not bouncing, I'm giving back more than the double every time. And I've got one shot to clear him. I mean, going to play. Anyway, so what have we got next? We've got a nice young Rudy. A nice young Rudy's going to give us a push. Next candidate. Thanks for coming. 658 into him. Well, who's next? Oh, we've got a pretty much full health Cromwell. Hello, Cromwell. Are you going to push my my mate there? Yeah, okay, good luck, mate. Bang. And this is where I'm beginning to feel, you know, relatively good about life, and I'm getting, you know, I played a lot of games in this today. I'm feeling confident, man. I'm feeling good. And here's a bulldog, and I'm thinking, yep, one shot for you, my son. Come on out sideways. Come out sideways. Come on. Good boy. Come. Bang. Track. And that is really what cost me. I should have finished him with that shot, moved into the SU and got a master in this game, and I try and snapshot, and I'm like, you idiot. Bulldog comes round, and fair play to him, he's done exactly the right thing, and finishes me off, and there it is, 3.8k. I put the game in because it just shows you the limitations of the tank as well. It genuinely isn't OP. It's pot luck, but it's just so much fun just to take it out. And look, your win rate's not going to go up playing it. You're going to be, I don't know, 53-54% in it. You play enough games, but for all of that, I mean, it's a game. It's fun. And Joe Panther, what's to say? He did his best. I say knob somewhat, or noob somewhat uncharitably at the end, but it's hard to take sometimes, isn't it? You kind of do all of that, and yeah, you make one mistake, but then you look at your team, there's 2 potatoes and a 187 in it. Anyway, get yourself one, the most fun you can have with your clothes on. Excellent tank. See ya.